Her eyes burned like the desert sun, and her heart carried the rage of the oppressed. As a child, she watched her village burn, her people chained, her gods mocked. In that fire, she made a vow. If heaven will not bring justice, I will. Years passed. The girl became a storm. In the mountains, she gathered outcasts and warriors, forging them into an army bound by fury and faith. She promised no paradise, only freedom bought by fire. They followed her, barefoot and fearless, across deserts and valleys, their drums echoing like thunder through the highlands. Under a blood-red sky, they marched toward Aksum. The empire slept, believing itself eternal. But as dawn broke, the mountains burned. Gudit's warriors descended from the hills like the wrath of the gods. Torches lit the horizon. Spears gleamed. The cry of battle rose. Aksum's temples, its palaces, its treasures, all fell to the inferno. Flames climbed the sacred obelisks, painting the sky crimson. Gold melted into rivers. Priests cried out to the heavens, but heaven was silent. And through the smoke rode the queen herself, mounted on a black stallion, her sword blazing with the light of vengeance. They say her laughter carried over the city's wails, the laughter of one who had conquered not just a kingdom, but destiny itself. The empire that had once ruled the Horn of Africa knelt in ashes before the woman they called Asato, the Burning One. In the years that followed, Judith ruled with an iron will. She rebuilt the lands she had destroyed, commanding roads, markets, and armies. To her people, she was deliverer, the queen who broke the chains of corruption. To her enemies, she was nightmare incarnate. Monks called her demon, conquerors called her witch, but her name could never be erased. For 4 decades, her shadow stretched across the highlands. Her word was law, her justice absolute. But even the fiercest flame begins to fade. In her final years, she sat upon her throne, watching the smoke drift over the ruins of the empire she had burned. Some say she wept, haunted by ghosts of temples and kings. Others say she died smiling, her sword at her side, her crown still warm, unbowed to the end. When she was gone, her name was forbidden. The monks wrote only that a woman of fire had brought judgment upon the land. Yet centuries later, the stones of Aksum still whisper her story. The obelisks stand, cracked but proud, and in their shadow, her spirit lingers, neither hero nor villain, but a force of nature that changed the course of Africa's destiny. Queen Gudit, the destroyer, the liberator, the fire that consumed an empire. Her legend still burns, carried by the wind that sweeps the ruins of Aksum.